guests, callers, and advisors on Eye of the Nation are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Eye on the Nation is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Eye on the Nation is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2026. All rights are reserved.
Hello, welcome to Eye on the Nation. I'm Leland Miller.
I'm Sally Brown.
It's a new week.
Happy Monday.
The people are still doing the same old set of stuff that makes Negroes upset from the last time they was doing stuff. And it appears, as no matter how much you tarry with big business in this company,
In this country?
they will continue to keep you with an active Christian prayer life. Because that is the only thing that will stop you from cursing them all out.
Do you want to tell us what you're talking about and what upset you?
Why is getting refunds such a tedious task in the if you could take
It really is.
my money instantly?
It really is.
What account did you put the money on? Miss, I just watch you put the money in the cash register. Is this like the tithe in the church that is go to the secret vacuum account that nobody know? That was a bad joke. I'm Church of God. But all I'm saying is if you just take cash from me, what do you mean you can't give me the cash back? Drum roll, especially if you don't have the product I want.
But it's not only that. It's some places here too. I know they charge a restocking fee. They charge like it's just ridiculous. The best thing I get, the best example I could ever have is Amazon. You could buy something off Amazon and you could say I did not get it, and Amazon will refund your money with the
And that
swiftness.
is
They
if
don't
you-
even play.
That is if you buy an intergalactic space modulator.
They don't care what it is.
These people.
They don't care what it is. But here, I got to charge a restocking fee of $5 for a $10 t-shirt that I bought.
And not even that. And then you want to charge me restocking fee. Miss, you write this receipt in a receipt book. You mean for
Ain't nothing wrong with
to
writing
put
the
it
receipt.
right back? Man, it's 2026.
Ain't nothing wrong with writing the receipt. in the
Miss, I
receipt
can't
book.
even understand. You even have driver's license handwriting. You remember driver's license handwriting? You old enough to know when they used to stencil your name on your driver's license?
No.
Yeah, and they used to have a section of women in the road traffic department that the government used to hire just to...
Your driver's license?
Yes.
Oh, no. No. I'm not as old as you. We keep...
And all I'm
reiterating
saying
that.
to you is, miss, you even ain't got driver's license handwriting. I don't know what this is you write here on this receipt. No wonder you can't return this, because this even in English.
Okay, so let me see if I understand. Your problem is you bought something from an
I
establishment.
paid for a service.
A service or an item?
service.
A service.
I paid for a service. That comes with an item. But you have to have the item in order to get the service. So let's just say I wanted to get my air conditioning service.
Okay.
You all say this is the amount of money. I say, okay.
Okay.
I pay.
Okay.
I tell Sugarloaf, I'm paying for the air conditioning.
Okay.
Go get it sorted. Sugarloaf pull up. Sugarloaf say, they say, the car is take
Whatever.
R34A.
And they don't have that.
Our car is take R11.
Okay, so then they give you your money back.
No.
Why are you shouting at me?
They say, well, wow, woof, all the cars like this we ever service was R34A. Woof, where did you get this R11 from? This is abnormal.
Okay, so
Well, okay, fantastic. Well, I know a guy up the road who have R34A.
so can I have my money back?
No, because
Why?
the only thing you could have is store credit. I don't want to buy nothing else from here until the rapture. Could I have the money back?
I think you could call.
Randy! Call Randy, you say?
I let you have your moment.
Randy! Go and tell these people, reach into the cash register, get my money. It's money. If I give you physical money, where did you put it?
The store credit for me is the worst. And I think what makes it terrible is when you travel, anybody who travels knows how easy it is to exchange
Yes.
things. You don't even need a receipt anymore.
No.
I exchanged something the other day because I purchased it with a credit card, and it was like, do you have the credit card that you purchased it with? And I was able to get a refund. The only reason it took long is because it was international, and banks just take a little longer. So anybody who has traveled knows how easy it is, how good customer service is in other parts of the world. And then you come home and they offering you store credit, and then they telling you a restocking fee, or you could only get stuff from in the store, or they have
And
to
the
call the
audacity.
manager.
I don't want nothing else out of this old rinky-dink run-of-the-mill establishment. I don't ever want to come back here again. And as a matter of fact, I wish you all transformer on the lamp pole blow up so you all could don't have power for 2
Wow,
weeks.
all of this for $30.
Eye on the Nation will be back right after these messages.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
We all know there are ways we can help. Your help can go even further. Be an everyday superhero. Donate to Hands for Hunger.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Hello, welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Thanks.
I'm Leland Miller. You heard about tags on everything?
Tinks!
You heard about tags on everything? Brave on everything, lover.
You ain't the producer, just me. I swear. Tinks, we have tinks
These
today.
people are fantastic. Yes, and do you want me to tell them where to come from?
No, we're gonna do tings later. We have a full.
Stay tuned.
Stay
Tings
tuned for
coming.
tings. Yes, you want to know
I
what
can curse
tings?
with Randy one more time.
No,
Randy!
No, we have a. Let me take
Randy
this
have
cover.
to fix that.
I'm sorry, that's very ghetto.
Randy
we
have
have
to
a
fix that.
full slate, a full show today.
Okay.
The weekend has been a weekend, guys. Welcome back to Monday. It's time to get
So
the
you
show
said I
started.
must keep a lid on my ADHD today.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
If at first I don't succeed, I shall suck it some more because seeds are in it. Let's go.
All right. So we're starting off today with the story that we talked about on Friday with the young lady who I found out wasn't as young as we thought she was. She looks young. Who ended up attacking the guy the elderly guy in the gas station. Well, she ended up, they did
You mean
find her.
Hurricane Melissa?
They found her. She was charged. She pled guilty. I think Eyewitness News has a story. So it doesn't be, okay.
Can you hear my discontentment?
With what?
With
But you don't know, do you know what she was charged with, what she pled with, what her sentence was?
She was charged for causing harm, wasn't she?
It was a number of charges, but I can tell you she did not get any jail time. And I think some people think that that was not significant enough.
Yeah, I wanted her to go to the calaboose. Little hurricane girl, I wanted you to go to the calaboose. That's where I wanted you to go.
Let's play the story. We'll talk about it after.
A 21-year-old woman charged after a shocking assault on a 73-year-old attorney that was caught on camera and widely shared on social media. Adisha Oliver, appearing before Senior Magistrate Anishka Isaacs, she's charged with causing harm and damage following the incident at Esso on the Run on East Street. The court heard the attack happened as the elderly man exited a restroom. Video showing the woman waiting outside before launching that assault. The attorney was beaten. He suffered scratches to his face and injuries to his shoulder, while his chain, Ray-Ban sunglasses, and shirt were also damaged. In that attack, Oliver admitted to the offenses. She was ordered to pay some $3,000 in fines, compensate that victim $900, and complete 3 months of anger management.
I also wanted them to check her in the Sandlands.
She has to do anger management. I appreciate
anger management right here up the road by the ice cream place. That ain't good enough for me.
I appreciate the fact that she didn't waste the court's time and she pled guilty. So obviously, I assume by her pleading guilty, they gave her some sort of plea deal, which meant that she wouldn't have to do any jail time.
I think there's a rule of thumb or a court policy. I think it might be where if you do not waste the court's time, or if you go to a trial, the sentencing is 30% more than it would be had you not.
And you can't,
there's some rule.
and you know, you can't say she had no other choice, because there are people who have been caught on tape doing stuff and still plead not guilty and waste the court's time for years. So I appreciate the fact that she didn't do that. 3,000 hours of anger management. $900 to the guy, and then
$3,000. So $3,000. 6 months of anger management.
It's 6 months of anger management?
6 months. That might be 3,000 hours for true. But
anger management.
But,
and she had to pay a fine. I think the fine money should have gone to him. I think it should have been not just the $900 that's being compensated for the glasses that she broke and the chain that she popped, because I think that's what the $900 is for. So the reason why the $3,000 doesn't go to him is because crimes or criminal matters are an offense against the crown. You realize that, right? It is against good peace, law, and order. I'm not saying that I disagree
so
with that.
So they should have give the crown tree, and dude man should have get tree.
He should have gotten something for pain and suffering, not just for the chain that was
mental anguish for peony pants, because I'm telling you, at his age, if you make that amount of turbulence for a man that age, who then started, when you get that age, once you start urination isn't the easiest thing to stop at that age. Okay? That poor man, she almost placed his prostate. I think.
Okay.
The same, and let me tell you why I think her punishment should have been more severe. It was an unprovoked attack.
What do you think? What would have been satisfactory for you?
I just tell you, if we give King Charles 3,000, we should have give Dude Man 3,000.
I just said that.
Yeah, and then 3,000 hours of anger management. And check her in the Sandlands every Friday just to make sure.
Well, she had the anger man, but she did say in court, in her defense, say he was taking too long in the bathroom, but then they said no. But then they said, "Mom, he was only in there for 13 seconds before you went in there." So even though she pled guilty, she was still trying to explain away why she did what she did.
To the calaboose. See, let me tell you why I find great angst over this situation.
Okay.
This is an old man.
Yeah, and it was unprovoked. It was for absolutely no reason.
Yeah.
And if she had to use the bathroom that bad, she took 5 minutes.
Man, pee in the parking lot. You beat up strangers in the gas station. You can't pee in the parking lot. You're not fooling me. I want them to put her. I wish the prosecution would appeal this. I want her to go to the calaboose.
Anyway, she has to pay. And community service. Well, no, anger management.
I want to give me a little something and all for having to watch it. I just, because Francesca, hear me, when you begin to attack the elderly, something is socially wrong with you. And I suspect that it shan't be long before this miscreant finds herself left of the law again. And who knows what Hurricane Melissa is prepared to do.
Well, I assume because
unprovoked.
I assume because she didn't have any history of violence, at least nothing that has been recorded, and because she pled guilty, that the court took that into consideration, which is why she got the sentence that she got. Who knows? The guy may have been okay with that. I don't know. I don't think that it was sufficient with what he got. I think
Yeah.
he should have gotten something else, not just the money that, she popped his chain and
Yeah.
broke his Ray-Bans. But it is what it is. We just wanted to wrap that story up for you guys.
So it's done.
Yeah, so
Hurricane
it's done.
Melissa, $3,000, 6 months, $900. Take that and go with it. We'll wait till you beat up somebody else.
Oh, jeez. Well, election season is
In the air.
it?
You can't say election. Just make me excited. Don't say election or I can get excited.
It's in full swing. And
Okay.
in full swing of election season, some people call it silly season. Silly season has started.
Mm-hmm.
I think silly season started even before the prime minister was like, y'all, look, it coming soon. Because
Mm-hmm.
I think we did have stories with Dr. Fox. I think his office got vandalized.
Yeah, a couple of times.
Twice, and I think one of his signs got taken down. And now we're having other people saying that they're getting death threats. Now, I didn't know that y'all is take election that serious to go and call somebody or write a death threat. But apparently they're saying that's what's happening now.
So can I ask a question?
Uh-huh.
Are they doing it like how they do on the movies?
Play the story and then we'll find out. Can we do that?
Time a political newcomer receiving threats of death, leading him to file an official police report. Our Lyndon Ritchie Jr. has the details tonight.
Progressive Liberal Party candidate for St. Anne's Kino Wong officially filing a complaint to the Royal Bahamas Police Force following his death threats and his home footage being destroyed. Wong speaking exclusively to Eyewitness News following the incident.
Over the past 2 Fridays, I have been receiving death threat calls. I noticed that my camera system at my residence opposite me was totally destroyed. Police have been called.
Wong is not the first political candidate to be allegedly threatened, as Free National Movement candidates Dr. Nicholas Fox and Dr. Jacqueline Penn Knowles also reported their constituency office and bulletin boards were vandalized. The political hopeful says he's not backing down, but admits he and his team are fearful.
I feel unsafe at this time. Yes. As relates to my family, yes. As relates to those who campaign with me, yes. As relates to the community that I live in, yes.
While Wong expresses disappointment, he's also pushing for unity as the election season intensifies.
I have never experienced this type of behavior towards me as a Bahamian, but I realize that the era that I'm living in, these things happens.
Wong is facing Free National Movement incumbent Adrian White and Coalition of Independence candidate Graham Weatherford.
So who you think threatening him? Adrian or Graham? Which one of them two fellas?
I don't think it's any of
But
them. I
threatening.
just think that some people just get so caught up and so wrapped up in this foolishness that is election season that they lose their mind. And y'all don't realize, I'm not saying that at the end of the day all of them do, but these men hanging out together, these ladies hanging out together, at the
Yeah.
end of the day, it's not that serious.
What are they gonna say? I know where you live. I know where you live and I know what you drive.
Well, you know what? Why don't you call him and ask him
I
what
don't
they
know.
said
When
to him?
people call-
But why would you
I
threaten
have a
someone's
question.
family? Like, that just makes no sense to me.
I have a better question.
To say what? Drop
Did
out?
they call him on his cell phone or on his house phone?
He say cell phone. Nobody have house phone no more. People
Buy
have house phone.
yourself a Z Flip from BTC, and that way, when they call to threaten you again, you could slap the phone down in their ears for talking foolishness. You could threaten who?
He is obviously taking it seriously and he's doing it. From the security system at his place got damaged. I would take that
We
seriously
live in
too.
2026. You
No.
could literally go to BTC. Hold
I
on.
understand that, but
Yeah,
the
this
man is
ain't
taking
back
it
in the
seriously,
day.
and he did what he was supposed to do. Reported to the authorities. Y'all stop, man. Leave Dr. Fox alone. Leave Mr. Wong alone. I didn't hear the
leave
story about the lady.
Dr. Jackie alone.
What happened with her? I never heard her story.
I think they knock a sign down on the corner of. what
so
is
hers
that?
was just like a sign.
Yeah,
Okay.
but vandalism.
Yeah,
of
nonetheless.
property is-
Yes, yes.
All I'm saying is, so there are some things that are just a whole lot less scary in 2026. Like if in 1986 you was calling my phone with threats of
No,
death.
that's still scary to me. That is still. I'm sorry, you cannot make that
Yeah,
seem like that
call-
is scary to me.
Call
That is still scary
Joycelyn
to me.
grandson on the phone and threaten me and see if I don't threaten you right back. We
Yeah, but what's that gonna
are gonna
do?
end up by CID together because you could be putting in one and I could be putting in one.
But everybody ain't you. And he did what he was supposed to do. He went and he reported it
Three
to
cheers
the
for Wong.
authorities.
Hit
All
it
right? We said all that to say, leave the people alone.
Yeah, y'all leave Wong.
Leave, not just Wong, leave the people alone.
Yeah.
You know, just let them be. If y'all don't want to talk to them, y'all don't like them, when they come to the door, don't answer.
Yeah, I feel like that's good advice, but I also feel like it is equally good advice to get yourself a flip phone so when someone call you with a threat of death, you can say, get off my phone talking foolishness.
Anyway, it is the season of promises. Promises, 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 promises. And I know one thing. Every time I ran on social media this weekend, there was another
You
promise.
pick up your Ring device yet?
No, I picked my Ring device
Boy,
up
I
yet.
tell you, you flagrant
Menace,
you.
I am coming for that. I did not pick it up yet.
I
I'm
hope
coming
you all
for it
run
though.
out. I hope with the day she reach, you all say, you ain't gonna believe we just
We
run
have
out
no
today.
more.
We
You
just
know-
run out today.
In any event, promises, promises, promises. So the Coalition of Independents launched their 100-day plan. A lot of parties do this. They say what they're going to do in the first 100 days. A lot of them do not get through it. But there was some big promises. I don't know if y'all was paying attention. I cannot. You won't believe it if I say it. So let's play the first promise that the COI is going to do if and when they are
The
elected.
promises of Lincoln Dam.
The salaries will be increased incrementally. It wouldn't be increased right up to what they get in the U.S., but we will start on 10th day and we'll reevaluate and start increasing their salaries. Also, too, we have said before that nurses, we have to retain our nurses, man. The hospital cannot work without nurses. And so, therefore, we've decided we are going to give them a $10,000 bonus every 3 years.
Not only are they going to increase
Me, teacher.
nurses' salaries,
Me, teacher.
I'm just trying to sum it up for the people.
Okay.
Not only are they going to increase the nurses' salaries, they are going to give them $10,000 bonuses every 3 years.
This way you was to say leave it.
No, I don't want to hear what you have to say because I know. Anyway, go leave it.
Do you know who the union had the greatest set of just tooth and nail negotiations with in the hospital? The senior consultant physicians. So when you give nicey them 10,000, how much you think you would have to go
But
and
see,
find?
they don't have to give the senior consultants raises because they could say that their salary matches it. They're saying that the nurses, because our nurses are some of the best in the world, they are really well trained. People from all over come and they take our nurses and they offer them the world. I know some nurses, they get housing, they get relocation fees, they get competitive salaries, and they get to move their entire families.
Fine.
Right? So now they're saying, okay, we cannot offer them this, but in order for them to stay home,
We can get them $10,000.
we're going to increase their salaries. They didn't say to what.
And then we can get them $10,000.
And then we're going to give them $10,000 every 3
Again,
years.
do you know who the union couldn't get a union agreement signed with for almost a year and a half? Senior consultant physicians. When you give Lil Nicey them $10,000, my only question is, what you anticipate senior consultant physicians to ask for?
Let Nursey them have their 10,000. They ain't worried about
Oh,
that.
boy.
She's not worried about the senior
I have one
consultants.
more question,
So how
teacher.
much you going to give that?
I don't know because I don't understand why we still need to give people money if Lincoln giving me $100,000.
No, it ain't 100,000 no more. You want to know what it is now?
Oh boy, this is something
This
special.
is what Lincoln is now promising.
Oh boy.
Every Bahamian, if and when the COI is elected.
And so we're going to make sure that from week one, we're going to go into the House of Assembly and we're going to pass a bill that entitles every single Bahamian alive at the date of the election to be entitled to 1 acre of Crown land. And so we're going to put that in place. Now, we know that we cannot issue in 100 days Crown land to everybody, but that will be the beginning of the process. You will be able to go and apply, and the process will be able to move smoothly.
Me again, teacher. Me again, teacher.
I want my acre.
Do you
can I have my acre? Can I have my crown land?
Yes, fine. Would you also like the mule that goes with it? Or do you just intend to be a mule? If you believe this.
Can we choose?
Then I
Because
would-
last election, it was 100,000.
Yeah.
Right? So now this election is an acre of land. Right?
So let me get
can
this
I choose? Can I say instead of the land? Because we don't have that much acreage left in New Providence. Most people go on there as in like New Providence, Grand Bahama,
They could put you in that same pit Dr. Menace was going to turn into a subdivision.
Grand Bahama, you know. everybody can't get in the major developed or developing islands. I want nothing.
You can end up in
no
Landrel
offense.
Point. You could be in Landrel Point. You could be Landrel Point, Crooked Island.
I don't want, no offense to the Crooked Island people, I don't want it in Crooked Island. I don't want it in Rub Key. Can I choose where I want? Okay, but then if I can't choose, can I opt out of that program linkage?
And just get
and can I have my 100,000?
Here's the question I have. If I already get 100,000,
they're not giving 100,000 no more.
To spend money to buy land. So you give me 100,000. And then, as if that wasn't enough, then you give me an acre of land.
No, I don't think you get both. You get one or the other.
And then, if that wasn't enough, what did Nacy from South Beach say? Nacy say she just can give you an extra $400.
I don't know where this money coming from.
We should
but
be
just
paying
things.
with 40% VAT by the time it's the COI finish.
No, because they don't believe in that. We're going to get our money from natural resources. I just want my $100 at my acre.
I know one thing.
I just want my $100,000 at my acreage.
Every time I listen to them talk about natural resource, I just feel like there's a natural something else.
Listen, I want my acreage. I want my $100,000. COI, y'all get my vote.
Boy, y'all got Sandy Lockett. For the rest of y'all out there, man, don't practice foolishness, all right?
We'll be back right up. We have some more promises.
Money don't rain from heaven like manna, and that only happened in the Bible one time.
We have more promises, stay tuned. And we have things we giving out. This ain't a promise, though. We actually giving out things.
Stick with us.
Eye on the Nation will be back right after these messages.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Edenwell has expanded their testing menu. We now offer blood work, drug screening, and so much more. Our hours of operation are Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., located on 11 Madera Street. We are here for all of your laboratory needs, with fast and reliable lab work done by our friendly and knowledgeable staff. Let us help you take the needed steps to stay in the know about your health. Let's keep working towards a healthier you. Stay Eden well.
Okay, guys, this is what we doing today. We training for the bounce back. This 150K payday. Y'all ready? Yes. Y'all sweating today. Give me a 2 ball. 10. Give me another 2 ball. 15. You spin, right? It don't look so. It's 10K. Name these games after me. Fruit Dragon.
Fruit Dragon.
Cinema Classic.
Cinema Classic.
Yeah. Put that parlay in. Put that in. You know, Jalen Brunson disappointed us last time. You want to walk for this or you want to run for this? Good pace. Good pace. Not too much water. Put it down. Let's go.
It's the Bounce Back 150K payday. Big wins for 10 weeks straight. 15K every week. 10K to a lucky winner. Visit islandluck.com for more info. Island Luck. Winners live here.
So you want a space. But not just any space. You need something with a little more potential. So how about 1,000 square feet of room to play with? Superb audio and video production capability, digital LED wall, full lighting grid, and about 124 seats to accommodate a full studio audience with so many other features. Make us your home for your next concert, conference, and so much more. Honestly, the possibilities are endless. Here at ILTV Studios, we'd love to bring your next event to life. So what do you say? Do you want our space?
Get out your tickets now. We're playing Quick 2, 3, and 4. Good luck.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Welcome back. I'm Levin Miller.
I'm Sally Brown.
So,
more promises.
Lines
So the
of
promises that we've gone through so far.
I
Nurses
haven't
to
gotten
get.
over you in the line yet.
No, we running down the promises. The first one was from the COI. The nurses will get
Raises
in their salaries, and they will get $10,000 bonus every 3 years. The second promise was the land. So the COI promises that if elected, they will give every Bahamian. You have to be a natural born Bahamian.
Organic Bahamian.
Organic Bahamian.
Yeah. That means you can't use American lotion.
An acre of land. So now we're on our third promise.
Okay.
So this promise is now, so we're off of the COI in their promises. So the FNM also made some promises in separate events. So our first one is Rick Fox. Rick Fox promises that if elected, he ain't taking no salary. He's gonna, I guess he will have to take the salary and give it. Anyway, this is what he's saying.
Rick don't fool with that.
This is what he's saying.
What if your MP didn't take a salary? That's right, not talked about it, not promised it, actually did it. I'm Rick Fox, and when I'm elected, I will commit my entire salary as a member of Parliament to the Garden Hills Constituency Fund. Real money for people in Garden Hills right here at home. But we're going even further. I'm introducing something new, the Founder's Card. If you were born before independence, you are a builder of this country, and it's time we honored you properly. The Founder's Card will connect our founders in Garden Hills to support healthcare assistance, pension support, direct help when it matters most. Not talk, not paperwork, just real support. Because the people who built Garden Hills should never be left behind in it. This is respect. This is action. Let's honor our founders and build forward together.
Can I ask a question first?
Go ahead.
Okay, so he can take the salary and put it into the Garden Hills Fund. It would be nice to have some sort of elaboration on what the Garden Hills Fund is, what the money is going to be used for. The Founder's Card, though, when he says support, there was no clarification if he meant like financial support or like if I have this Founder's Card and I need to go to the grocery store, is there somebody who's going to pick me up? Like it's a healthcare support. Does that mean like financial support? I just want some clarification on what. Go on, leave it.
Are you aware or unaware that when you become 65, NIB gives you a senior card?
Yeah, but that don't help them in Garden Hills. What he's saying
That's already the Founder Card. You get to stand on short line. All the exemptions and taxes that are for seniors, you get the benefit. When you go in the bank, they have whole special line for you. BTC, just call you to the front of the line so you don't have to wait long. You don't have to stand up.
His will be specifically for Garden Hill seniors.
So he's going to create a card. Hold on, I want you to walk me through the plan.
Yes.
So with $28,000, you intend to create a system that will manufacture a brand new set of cards.
Yes, but it need to be thousands. It probably only maybe.
Well, the voting population in Garden Hills is
yeah,
thousands.
but the Founder's Card is only going to be for people who were born before independence.
So let's just say about 2,000.
I don't think it's 2,000 seniors living in Garden Hills.
Okay, 1,500.
I don't even think it's that much.
Man, ain't nobody having no baby. What you talking about? Everybody there born before 1973. Anyway, so 2,000, right?
I'm not saying 2,000.
Then on top of that,
I think it's less than 1,000.
After that, after you then make all these cards, because making cards so expensive, don't forget the Department of Road Traffic card maker just break down every 6 months. So this is a very, 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 very tough situation to navigate. Then on top of that, you go offer them health assistance. Well, the last time I checked, in order to provide universal health care, we was talking about somewhere around $460 million.
Yeah, but this is only for people in Garden Hills.
So if we break down 468 million, we could just divide it by 40. That'll hover somewhere around, I don't know, $1 million.
Your math is off. And he's not saying that he's going to take care of $10 million. He's not saying he's going to take care of all of their healthcare expenses. He said support. We don't even know if that support means financial support or like a ride to the clinic.
To see what the salary is. It is $28,000. You got hell to put up a swing set. on a good park with grass for $28,000. Do you know how?
Maybe he meant like if he becomes a MP and then he also becomes a minister, so
No,
then
he
he
said
could
it's
have the
member of
66.
parliament salary.
Okay.
Which is a specific thing.
I was trying to help him out.
I don't know how much Rick think it is. It is.
You think somebody tell him?
I think so. You check how much they just pay for this job, Rick.
I don't think nobody tell him.
Chester Cooper been giving away his salary to the people like Zuma from he reached. 10 years later, you can't find the $28,000. That's because it's only $28,000.
But you know what? $28,000 is $28,000 that community would not have had.
Agreed.
So
And
I give that to him. I know we making fun of it, but I give that to him because some people taking the salary and not putting it in there.
Yeah.
So he's giving it to them. Now,
because some of them poor.
I don't know how long he think $28,000 is going to stretch, but he...
Now we go into my point. The vision he has and the resource that he has. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a church of God boy. If you have faith the size of mustard seed, you should be able to look to the mountain and say, mountain, be thou removed, and go into the deep.
Okay.
It don't work that way with the $28,000. But listen, there is a very, very thin line between faith and fraud. And you have to understand that all you have is $28,000. You sound like you plan to write checks for money you can't account for. And that is fraud.
He's going to learn very fast, promising Bahamian people stuff, and what's going to happen when you promise.
You know what's so crazy about it? Bahamians have such a special talent. Do you remember when the man had been willed this bunch of money that lived in Angleton, and he said he wanted to just be a blessing? You know, they had a line. I live Mini Street. They had a line the length of Mini Street of Negroes just standing up, waiting on a random man that they'd never met for a blessing. Rick, don't fool with that.
Anyway, Rick, so those are our promises so far.
Yeah.
You want to go over the promises again?
$10,000.
$10,000 for the nurses, hiking salary.
Free
acre of land for every
and
baby.
you get to be the mule.
That's the COI. Then the F&M
All
promises,
my salary.
The salary, Garden Hill salary.
Is your loan.
Right. And now we have another promise. This one now, coming from Heather Hunt. She sent out a statement.
Oh boy.
And
these getting good.
they are getting good. So this is what her statement says. So Heather Hunt is the F&M candidate for Elizabeth, and she wants to commit real equality for all Bahamian women. So this is, I'll just try and hurry up, go through the statement. Last week, the House of Assembly heard something essential. A retiring parliamentarian speaking about bringing clarity for the wrong that persisted for too long. But constitutional equality is one-dimensional and is still something that we need to work on. The F&M's manifesto for governments reflects a comprehensive commitment to Bahamian women. So this is what she said. We will modernize parental responsibility laws so that both parents can be meaningfully involved in a child's life. A reform that will support Bahamian families, particularly women who often bear that responsibility alone. I would love some more information on that. They will increase the maternity grant by 50% because starting a family should not push Bahamian women deeper into financial hardships. We will ensure that there are shelters to protect women and girls fleeing gender-based violence. No woman should be trapped in harm's way because there is nowhere safe to go. We will continue to strengthen the laws and resources available to survivors of sexual violence because our priority is to make reporting easier, ensure survivors are believed, and ensure the perpetrators will be held. The F&M is proud to say that in this election, they have ratified 13 women candidates, the most in our party's history. They are not waiting for equality to arrive. They are working towards equality together. So those are the promises. Let me go over them one by one, or do you want me to just one by one? So let's start from the first one. The first one, it sounds like it seems like she's talking about child support.
Change in legislation for child support.
Change in legislation for child support, which I do think is something that is greatly needed. In other parts of the world, when the men them don't pay child support, they can't even get a passport to leave the country. A lot of their money comes straight up their check. Before that check even hit their bank account, that child support money is taken out. And when they owe too much child support,
calaboose,
jail.
Yeah.
And I really do think that one of the biggest issues that we have in this country, because we love to talk about how women leaving the children home because they got to work 2 and 3 jobs, but maybe if the fathers gave me some money financially, I could stay home and be with little Pookie them at night, and I wouldn't have to be out working all the time.
And we ain't got enough jail to keep putting people in. We got to build a bigger jail if that's the case.
But I do agree with that.
Sure.
I do think that
The
our
ILO
laws
is
need to be
also-
reformed.
And this is why I always tell people, you know, I like to watch all news, because if you're following the trend of the world, the ILO is kind of pushing this agenda of parity amongst the sexes with regards to parenting. That's where that's why all prime ministers across the whole Caribbean now are singing, what is it?
Paternity?
Paternity leave.
Maternity or
Paternity leave. It's a push from the ILO. Extended maternity leave. It's a push from the ILO. Greater maternity assistance. If you check, Barbados is now giving you $200 if you have a single boy, $300 if you have twins.
Well, they also, that was one of their promises. They say increasing it by 50%.
Yeah.
So they're going to increase
these are all things that I believe are coming from the ILO's agenda. Right? And
but
of course,
even so, it is still
good,
regardless
I
of where it comes from. These are the kind of promises I believe that we could actually work towards.
That's the point I'm making. Because there are international bodies that will, you know, check in with us intermittently and say, hey, how you doing on this treaty, or how you doing on this agreement that you've signed? So we could look at those ones, sure. Again, if is it an F&M promise? Yes. I think any administration that comes in, though, will be strapped to this promise because there are benchmarks.
Well, this is what she put in writing, and this is what she said, and I appreciate her for this. She also talked about shelters for domestic violence victims. Go.
How come when you all had the $6 million worth of temporary homes that you all got when Tingham was the Minister of Disaster, or Disaster as the Minister, whichever one it was, how come we can't find them? Where the $6 million worth of temporary homes post-Hurricane Dorian gone? You can't put defenseless woman in them?
No.
Why not?
Well, one, I think that we need...
They're temporary.
Yes, but what I think we need to build is a shelter that has protection, multiple rooms, that kind of stuff. Not like individual things for people to be able to go in, because you need to have protection at wherever this place is as well.
Sure.
Right? So I would assume that you would have to have help and all of that stuff. So, you know, Candy...
But you remember,
Candy has a what you call it, plans. Yeah, but she has plans. I think the government gifted her some land, if I remember, so she could build this same sort of safe house.
Proof that getting an acre of land with no money in the formula.
But I never said I wanted the acre. I said I wanted the money. You
no,
keep
we
bringing
wouldn't
this
give you
back
the piece up in Landrell Point.
No, I want the money.
2.5 miles away from the nearest land port.
I stand with her on the place for women to go who are being abused, because there is nowhere for them to go, especially if the man know where my mommy live, my daddy live, my best friend live. If someone has been involved in your life for so many years, they know everywhere that you can go. And unfortunately, we have too many instances of domestic violence in our country. And one of the reasons that a lot of women stay is because they have nowhere to go.
And again, my only very simple yet very, very genuine question is, post-Dorian, the government of the Bahamas allocated $6 million for the purchase of temporary housing. You recall that? If the houses were temporary, they sound like they fit the bill ideally for what it is you're trying to build. Somewhere where Francesca could escape this crazy boy for 6 weeks or 8 weeks until we're able to figure out a way that we could get her some income so she could move herself and she could go to kind of Little Crooked Island to go live with Tita. All right? It shouldn't be. What you do not want to create is what Lyndon Pinling created with the low-cost housing. You know, where people start treating it like generational housing, and you can't get people out of it, and Grammy live here, Mommy live here, and now I live.
Yeah, but see, you going on to something different. We just need to build it first.
Yes.
We need to build it. What you're talking about is how it's going to be run.
No. I'm asking, where does $6 million?
Okay, we in on that.
No, because that would be the ideal place to start.
I understand that, but Heather Hunt is making these promises. Ask Pintad when he come on the show if he know where it is. He's the leader of the party.
Okay.
When he come, you want to ask him?
Because we could just pop them up next week. We should then have them.
Ask him when he comes.
Okay, I hear he come in July 19th.
After election?
You want to see the calendar? Michael Pintad, July 19th.
Why he coming after election?
Boy. I know. He must see one come. He coming after independence and all. Wow.
In any event, I think it is. Is that my mic?
You're gonna be okay. Just let it roll. Just let it roll.
I think my
mic. Is that the mic? Oh boy. Yeah. And so again, I'm not I'm not trying to be mean to them. I'm just saying, we have already procured temporary housing. We procured temporary housing 5 years ago. In our procurement of temporary housing, we use, I think, maybe one of them, or might be two of them, I don't know. Now, people will say, oh, they don't have this, they don't have that, they don't have the next thing. They're temporary housing. So if you build a site, a housing site, you could put in the prerequisite level of security, you could put in the prerequisite level, because it will become like a family yard.
Yeah,
like the ones
I get what you're saying, but this don't have nothing to do with Heather, okay? We on Heather and Heather Promise, and I like Heather Promises. It was one more. What the last one was?
Heather, what the last one was?
You can remember? It was, oh, geez, I can't remember
It had
the last
woman
one.
in it.
Yes, because she's talking about women and children. What was the last one? Shelters, strengthen the laws, survivors of sexual violence, to make sure that reporting is easier and to ensure that survivors are believed and ensure that perpetrators are held to an account.
Yeah.
So I like this. I like these promises. Mind you, I know I want my $100,000 in my acre of land.
Now,
but
hold
I think
on.
these.
You want the 100,000 or you want the acre?
If I had to choose, I
you
want
want the hand around here.
I want the 100,000. Which one you want?
Give me the Elijah.
Yeah, I want the money.
yeah.
Y'all can keep your acreage,
Yeah.
COI. I want the money. The money y'all promised me
Next
last
thing you
election.
know, you all give me the piece of land and it take me $100,000 to develop it. I'm full of that.
No, I give me the 100,000.
Yeah.
You can keep the land. Thank
Here's a
you.
question,
You
though.
can give my land to somebody else.
How many times would you actually need the $100,000 that you didn't work for before you stopped needing it?
No, I didn't give government at least $100,000 in all my years in my taxes. So in my head, that's me just getting my money back.
Right, but they say they can give it to you every year. You know,
Didn't he said every year?
Yes, the $100,000 is every year.
We need to vote COI in.
Who go wash my car?
I don't have to work.
Who go? Neither does the guy that washes my car.
$100,000. I think they say every year.
Yes.
I gotta find that. I
They
remember
say
the
there's
100.
so much aragonite around here, and they can sell carbon credit and sell the seagrass. And by the time we finish selling the carbon credits, the seagrass, the aragonite, we should be able to give every Bahamian $100,000
A year?
Who go wash my car?
Let me tell you something.
You can imagine I slide up.
The election day would be the last day you'll see me on Eye of the Nation. You understand me? $100,000 a year.
You ain't coming back?
I ain't coming back. What I'm working for at that point?
Even anybody could be watching us because they busy on their new jet
They
ski.
spending $100,000. Listen,
Oh, boy.
all fun and jokes aside, I like Heather Hunt's promises. I think that those are things that can actually be done. I think the COI's promises sound good. It sounds nice. Of course, we want to give our nurses more money. Of course, we want to be able to give them incentives to stay here. The question just is, where is this money going to come from? Between the $100,000 every year and the $10,000 every 3 years and the increase in salaries, and as you pointed out, then you're going to have to pay the senior doctors and the consultants more money
And
because
then
you
the
can't just...
increase in NIB benefits would
Oh, yes, the NIB benefits. And then, hold on, because you just can't give nurses, because then the teachers could say, hey, hey.
Oh, Belinda will march backwards. Belinda will march backwards across the hill.
The teachers could say, well, we can need that little thing,
And
too.
you're giving a $10,000 bonus. You know who teach the nice how to be a nice?
Teachers.
Okay.
I'm just saying,
Don't
Heather
fool with
Hunter
that
would
COI.
sound a little bit more,
Yeah, don't fool with that.
And Rick Fox promised the $28,000. Good on him.
Rick know how much this job is paid.
I know.
Rick, you think he's still in the NBA? Come this way, son.
I know that I give Rick a hard time, right? I just feel like his whole campaign is being run poorly, and I feel like he could have been introduced to us a little bit better.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. But the $28,000 give back is a good start. He's gonna give it back to the community, and he's gonna give, what do you call it?
Might
What the
get
card called?
Tree street sign. Let me tell you what you could get for $28,000 around here. Tree street sign, 200-foot length of sidewalk, a park with some grass that have daffodils in it, and a decent swing set. You ain't getting more than that for. By the time it's your 5 year, 10 years up, that's all you will get for the $100,000 in salary that you've made.
Okay. All right. Well, those are the promises that we've heard so far from the no, that wasn't the PLP.
No,
the
the
FNM and the COI. We do have some PLP promises coming up that the Prime Minister made himself that sent the internet and the creative world in a tizzy.
Brave on everything.
In a tizzy. But before we go to that, we wanted to point out why what Heather Hunt said was so important to our country, because unfortunately over the weekend we did have a woman that was murdered in an incident that police is describing as a domestic violence incident.
It's so tragic.
It is, and absolutely condolences to the family. You know, we shouldn't, I just feel like in 2026, this isn't a conversation that we need to continue to have. The same vigor that you felt about people abusing the elderly when you said that you don't think the girl got enough.
Yeah.
I think we need to get angry when we hear about the treatment of our women in this country, which is why I think that we do need laws to strengthen domestic violence, for people who commit domestic violence acts. And I think we do need a place for women to be able to go if they feel like they have nowhere else to go. Because what I was hearing with the story is that she left, and
Leaving is never easy.
no. And you know, for it just goes to a lot of people who say, why you just don't leave? Because sometimes when you leave,
You're not allowed to leave.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so just condolences to the family, obviously, from everybody here at Eye on the Nation. And that's why I support Heather Hunt and her promises for women. And I support organizations like FOAM, where Candy tries to help not only domestic violence victims, but primarily children also whose families, fathers, mothers were murdered. She helps them as well.
And you know what's so regrettable? I think about names like Ginka Strawn, the young lady shot, and I think
Yink and I went to church together.
thrown overboard at the South Beach Canals, right? When questioned, the people that visit this violence on these women do not even have a justifiable reason. Like it was a simple moment of indiscretion is what they tried to make you believe, and that is interesting.
No,
And,
or they try to victim blame.
yeah.
You know, she did
Well,
this.
not
or she did
necessarily
that.
the perpetrator. The society is good at victim blaming. The perpetrator, many times, when they get an opportunity to speak in the court, literally, you know, they themselves apparently cannot account for what pushed them to this level, to, you know, or even in that case where he said, you know, well, it started off as a small injury. I didn't think it would be, you know, this big of an injury.
Yeah.
And it just lets you know. My granddaddy used to say something all the time when we were growing up. He said, adults don't play. And so, you know, your original intention isn't to cause this amount of harm. You want to strike fair, which is crazy because you shouldn't be running a relationship unfair.
And nobody belongs to anyone.
Correct.
That is the main thing. Nobody belongs to you. You do not have the right over someone's body.
What about
Like,
the fact that the song says we belong together and you know that I'm right?
see, every time I try to say
I'm just
something with
asking.
sense, you just as come.
I'm just asking.
Anyway.
It was the ADHD.
Yeah, it definitely is the ADHD. We got to get you some medication. But anyway, we just
Forget
wanted to. I don't think that we could have passed
No, I
we
agree.
could have go throughout the show, throughout the day, and just not mention
And to have us shot, that is
multiple times.
That is an interesting thing because, and it takes me back to the original point why I think Hurricane Becca should have gone to jail even if it was only for a week, right? There are some things that are social normalcy to us as Bahamians, some things that we just shouldn't be prepared to tolerate. Violence against old people, in my view, sits at the top of that hierarchy. Here is why.
I think
those people have lived. No, the society you live in was built on their back. They have already had all of the abuse that life could offer. You certainly shouldn't further that abuse into the twilight years of their life.
Okay.
Right behind old people is children.
You know, and it's so crazy how normal this is in society. I went into a gas station today to get something to drink, and there were two men in the gas station talking, and the guy was openly talking to this next guy very loud. Everybody could hear about how he beat his girlfriend, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I had to top off. Yeah, man, I had to, cause she was doing too much talking, man." And then her sister tried to jump in, and I almost beat
You
the
had to
sister
top off
too.
too? Oh,
He said he
boy.
almost, but the sister sound like she don't play.
Yeah.
Cause the sister sound like the sister jump on him.
Yeah.
But the point is, it is so casual. The way that men talk about beating women, like it is just, you know, another Friday, another Monday. Yeah, I beat her. You know, the person who said it in the comments the last
The
time we
woman
were
talking in my ears think that men need to hold men accountable.
I do. I really
agree.
do. Because I feel like, Levin, if you don't beat women. You shouldn't even be sitting around men who do that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't, from you see your boy do
It's like
something out of the way.
deadbeat dadism. I don't have deadbeat dad friends.
You should very much so hold your friends accountable. It's not funny. Them people shouldn't even have nowhere to go. They shouldn't have no friends to talk to.
I agree.
You, as a man, you should be saying, bro, you need to get some help.
No, if you don't take care of children, we can't be friends. I don't personally know anyone that doesn't take care of their children. Not
But
personally.
anyway, it's just so nonchalant in our country. Just,
Shooting women is the height of the intolerable. Beating up old people is the height of intolerable. And I think that in order to keep our society normal, whenever you venture down any one of those tracks, you ought to feel the fullness of the weight of the law. That's my thought.
Anyway.
We go on to the break.
We're going to the break. When we come back, the PM made some promises that we're going to talk about for some influencers. Everybody was up in arms. Some people were saying yay. Some people were saying this ain't it.
Yeah.
We'll let y'all know about that when we come back. And then we have our verses today. We're doing Mount Moriah.
Mount Moriah.
So we'll be back.
Can you believe it?
We'll be back right after this.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Okay, guys, this is what we doing today. We training for the bounce back. This 150K payday. Y'all ready? Yes. Y'all sweating today. Give me a 2-ball. 10. Give me another 2-ball. 15. You spin, right? It don't look so. It's 10K. Name these games after me. Food Dragon.
Food Dragon.
Cinema Classic.
Cinema Classic.
Yeah. Put that parlay in. Put that in. You know, Jalen Brunson disappointed us last time. You want to walk for this or you want to run for this? Good pace. Good pace. Not too much water. Put it down. Let's go.
It's the Bounce Back 150K payday. Big wins for 10 weeks straight. 15K every week. 10K to a lucky winner. Visit islandluck.com for more info. Island Luck. Winners live here.
It's time for Quick Draw. Get out your tickets now. We're playing Quick 2, 3, and 4. Good luck!
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Hello, welcome back to Eye on the Nation. I'm David Miller.
Comfortable?
Yeah, I thought that's what we was going for. That was what we was going for.
I mean, I was lay right back in
I
this
only
chair.
lean back as usually in the back.
I'm Sandy Brown. We're going to finish the promises,
Yeah.
right? So we went through F&M's promises, COI's promises, some realistic, some...
Now we go to the promises of Brave.
Yeah, right. So the Prime Minister announced, I think about a week or maybe two ago, that they were going to have this conclave with Bahamian influencers and creatives and discuss how I think they're going to get paid or how it's going to be monetized. Well, that happened over the weekend. And some people were for it, some people were against it. Initially, when I heard it, I thought that they were talking about ways that they could get monetized through social media. Like, I don't know if people know, like, you know, YouTube pays, Facebook pays, Instagram pays, TikTok pays. Once you get over a certain amount of followers, a certain amount of likes, a certain amount of views, they pay. So I think with the announcement being very vague, that a lot of people thought that that's where the conversation was going to go. I see your hand. However, the conversation didn't go there.
You know, I used to do this in school too.
Oh, jeez, go.
You know, do you believe that it is reasonable to assume that if TikTok isn't paying, if YouTube isn't paying, if who else? Instagram isn't
Nobody's paying. Nobody's paying.
It is quite possible you suck and are not, in fact, an influencer? Is that possible? Jeopardy music.
In any event, they had the event. Some people weren't happy from. Let's play a clip. I think we have a clip from the Prime Minister on stage. So let's play the clip.
I'm
and
so
then-
underwhelmed by some of these people. Let's go.
When I see local companies embracing Bahamian ambassadors, when Bamboo Shack works with Baha Yogi, when Duncan uses Bahamian influencers, those choices send a message. They say the Bahamian talent carries value. They say Bahamian influence has weight. They say Bahamian creators deserve real brand partnerships. I want to see more of that access across this country. And government must play its part too. So today, I say this. I will direct government agencies and ministers to identify Bahamian influencers and creators who can help public information and public education messages and to allocate intentional budgets for that purpose. So the government will play that role.
Okay, so what I'm understanding what came out of that, what the real promise was, it's not that we're going to get y'all paid through these platforms. It is that we are going to connect y'all with businesses, governments.
Can I translate?
Can I finish?
Go ahead.
Thank you. We're going to connect y'all with government agencies, businesses, so y'all could get paid from them. So instead of us using traditional ways of advertising, like on Eye of the Nation and playing a commercial,
Which is a big hot ticket item. And you should
saying.
make sure you send advertising dollars this way.
what they're going to do is take that money and give it to a creative or give it to an influencer and let that influencer use their influence on social media to push whatever product, narrative, service, whatever it is. Or put them in positions to become brand managers so they can get paid for certain things. Is that what you understand it to be?
Yes. Can I
Okay.
translate it now?
Oh,
Plenty of y'all suck.
oh my God.
And can't get money from any one of these other platforms. Why? Because you suck. However, we understand that there is such a thing called the orange economy, and we can't just let y'all suck forever, so we need to give y'all some practice. As a consequence of y'all sucking so horribly that YouTube wouldn't take a second look, what we are going to do is we're going to give you the same opportunity we give young boys in law enforcement. So the government is going to turn you all into adjunct public servants. And you too, just like every other person in this country, are going to now have some access to the public treasury. And how am I going to do that? I's the Prime Minister. When I say jump, the ministers jump. When I say come, the ministers come. And so when I tell them to spend money out of the government budget to give it to y'all, despite the fact that plenty of y'all are horrible, they're going to listen to me. And at least now, you could guarantee that every month you will have a consistent flow of income with which you could use to practice.
Now, I think it is.
You will get so good based on the practice that I have afforded you. Is it the Lord?
No, something just happened. I did something.
Just make sure it's not the rapture.
What did I do?
You have to cue me in if the rapture coming now. You can't just let the rapture meet me here. And when we continue to pay for you to practice, one day you will become so good that YouTube will say, well, by golly, this girl is good. And now you will be able to get money from the platform.
I do not agree that the reason that they do not get money from the platform is because it sucks.
How many of
they
them?
have? Can you let me finish? I let you do your whole rant. It's not because they suck, right? It is because the rules and the guidelines that they have, a lot of our Bahamian artists just don't reach there. Creatives, they don't reach there yet. They're not. We don't have a population big enough for them to have 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 million views. We have people on Instagram who have maybe 15K, 20K, 30K followers, and that's good for the Bahamian market. But that's like the average person in, well, let me just say the average person, but the numbers are not as high for them to be able to be monetized.
Agreed.
But
and so the Prime Minister has said, I hear you.
No, stop saying they suck, because it's not that they suck.
Some of them do. But because I want you, because here's the thing, even though our population isn't big enough to have a massive Bahamian following, it's still the World Wide Web, isn't it?
Well,
and if your content is good enough, we have, you remember Get Them Reggie? I want to tell you something. Get Them Reggie started a thing, the Caribbean wide. You know that?
Caribbean wide, not, but the problem is the Caribbean, nobody in the Caribbean is being paid like that.
Right.
You have to move outside of that.
And so I'm saying that he almost broke the ceiling. Now we must see how that triggered the algorithm and become as contagious as that was, so that eventually we do something that triggers the algorithm in such a way that it breaks the glass.
Yeah, but it's also not that easy. It's not that easy. That's the
because you
only
need
point.
money to create content.
It's not that easy, and it's not that easy for things to go viral. And I think the creatives that have amassed these high numbers in our view, these 15, 20, 30, 40,000 views, these 100 and something likes and clicks on TikTok are doing an amazing job at it. You just can't get paid from those places right now.
Right.
But the Prime Minister's saying, look,
I appreciate you.
I could get you a little brand deal with XYZ.
Yeah.
Or I could get you a little government contract.
Right.
So you could get paid for your audience.
And it might, and because it's social media, it doesn't require the level of structure. It doesn't require the level of tertiary training. It doesn't require, because some people that are able to communicate a message may not have the training it would take to get a gig with EW or one of the other people around here. And all I'm saying is the Prime Minister, so here is why I feel the way I feel about this, right? Because I watched these people go on and on yesterday, like rolling over like somebody pour hot water on them, and I couldn't understand why. The Prime Minister is about to give you all free money.
It's not free money. It's money they have to work for. Don't be disingenuous now.
When I said
it's money they have to work for.
It is certainly money that isn't allocated in any budget now.
Well, they have advertising budget, so I assume what they're doing is taking money from the advertising budget and doing that.
Sure, and I agreed. And I'm saying to you that there is nothing that mandates him to do this. You remember, this is almost like
election. Don't act like this is just something he doing
but
from
you
the
remember
goodness
the Prime Minister
of his
gave
heart
the
now.
public servants the increase in salary and say, I didn't owe you all no money. I was just giving you all money out of the goodness of my heart. This is akin to that. The Prime Minister doesn't have to do this. The Prime Minister doesn't even really need to do this. Mass communication, believe it or not, is still one of the most effective forms of advertising. So the Prime Minister could responsibly in his budget say, no, I'm just going with mainstream media and I'm going to leave you all out there to find your way. He's not doing that. And the people are still griping. I'm not sure what they want.
I get that, but let me read some of the comments. So in other words, the government will pay content creators to push or advertise the government's agenda. I mean, but you know, I think it's kind of what they're doing for some of the musicians now. You know, they have musicians that work with them that they hire to do the regattas and the stuff like that. So I think it's going to be the same thing. It's a way to get paid.
Yes.
It's not
It
the
provides constant
ideal.
revenue.
It's not the ideal situation, obviously, but it's a way to get paid. If you feel like you're going to be pushing a government's agenda, then you don't have to take the job. If you feel like you're going to be working with a brand that you don't want to work with or your values don't align with them, then you don't have to take
Let me ask you a question. If the government hired you as an influencer to talk about a road that they paved, is that pushing the government's agenda? And see, like, I think Bahamians have gotten to the place, and I said this in social media, where if you offered them the blood of Jesus, they would say, how you give me the blood of Jesus and you know fat on tithe? I mean, at some point, you have to just take the good out of the thing and try to make it work. And I don't think that that's where people are.
But this is what one person said, and then we're going to move on from this because we still have a lot to talk about. Bahamian creators are already connecting to a lot of brands directly, local brands and independent brands. The main thing around the monetization conversation has always been how can we make money from the platforms we create on, not how to make money while being creative. Well, I don't think that the Prime Minister has, I know we think that the governments are all powerful, but I don't think that they could change the mind of Zuckerberg and all the people who own these platforms for y'all to get paid.
Well, what is possible, and I even saw the Prime Minister doing this, and I thought to myself when I saw it, finally, the Prime Minister went to lunch the other day with DJ Khaled. Did you see that?
No.
Or at least he had a visit with DJ Khaled. Let me not say lunch because I don't want to trade issue with a statement. But I think that is what it will take. I think for years and years and years and years, we have had superstar mega power just drift whimsically through this island, drift whimsically through our keys, and we not say to DJ Khaled, I hear you got like a soca rhythm beat. We got two Bahamian soca artists here who pretty decent. At least have a look at them. Because you never know what one... Have you seen what DJ Khaled has done for Jamaica? What would stop him from doing this except for he may not be able to figure out how to put Junkanoo on a track? What else would stop him from creating that kind of boom socially for Bahamian artists and by extension influencers or entertainers? Nothing. It simply is a matter of conversations happening at the right time in the right room. And believe it or not, that is actually why I would support Sabas Bastian being in government, because he's been making those kinds of connections for years and could easily get people in those kinds of rooms.
Well, the Prime Minister said, he said what he said. Either you take our brand deals,
or you go there and suffer.
It ain't. Why are you saying suffering? Some of them make money off of the things that they do. There, some of our creators are making some good money. You see them in. Well, I don't know if good money. I don't watch people money, but you see them in commercials. You see them have brand deals. I've seen a couple of them have brand deals. I won't call the names of the brands. It is what it is.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So we're moving on to the billboards and the posters.
Oh yes.
And then we have to do the verses. It's already 5:13. Sure. Another thing that people were up in arms about over the weekend, I don't know if y'all saw them, it's like they went up in the middle of the night. I went to sleep one day and woke up, and there were billboards everywhere. Yeah. Now, mind you, the F&M already had their billboards out, and there were certain areas that already had like posters and stuff. Like if you drove down right here on New Providence Highway, whatever you call it, Sabas face was just straight down. But we talking about these big, gigantic posters that went up. The F&M has the biggest one I've ever seen on the wall by the highway. Have you seen that? Mm-hmm. I don't think I've ever seen one that big. Kudos to them on that. That is just ridiculously big. Mm-hmm. But people are now complaining about the fact that these posters, particularly the ones with the PLP, have Brave Davis' face on it in addition to the person who was the candidate of the area. So this is what it looks like. Brave is in the background, and the candidate is in the front. These are some of the posters. People big mad about him. I don't know why people big mad about him. He is the Prime Minister. They are the candidates. I think it's better than what Papa did a couple years ago when Papa had his face everywhere. Papa actually went on the stage and say, don't worry about who running in your area. A vote for the F&M is a vote for me.
Yeah, it's
just
about
vote for me.
Trusted leadership.
Now, mind you, that didn't go well.
Yeah.
He lost that election.
Yeah, he got a flogging.
Yes. So maybe the PLP is learning and tweaking a little bit and adding the candidate's face on the poster.
So
Do you
the
have an
leadership
issue
thing-
with the poster?
So, okay, I want to just give context. Yeah? The leadership thing with posters of the leader everywhere worked for Christie and Mother Pratt. You remember when they had the Dream Team and they was through every constituency and you didn't know who any of the other members was because this was the Dream Team and that won. Conversely, Papa, as the trusted leader, that lost. So I guess this is now the third iteration of selling the leader, right? It's never been a leader this old, so we'll see how that works out. But when I saw these posters, you wouldn't believe what kids were buying. The ADHD kicked back in again. I said, I'm going to change his name from Brave to Grace. Yeah.
Why?
Because that's what I put on everything when I sure it tastes good or bad. You know, Grace hot sauce, if the food tastes salty, you can put a little Grace on it. If the food tastes good, you can put a little Grace on it. They just sprinkle the Prime Minister everywhere as if it's supposed to fix everything. So he's probably...
Like parsley.
Yes.
You know, restaurants, they just put parsley on everything.
Grace hot sauce makes everything better. So, this a good candidate? We ain't sure.
Oh, they say how Tyler Perry is sprinkled Taraji on everything.
Yeah, this a good candidate? We ain't sure.
But it may also backfire because there are people who like the candidates and do not like the current administration and do not like the prime minister.
I can level it off.
So it may also backfire.
Yeah.
It's not a solid plan.
And then I wondered, what would they do in Cat Island? They could tell the people in Cat Island they get a Duque. They could just put...
They just could put his one face.
Two pictures of... Brave has Brave watching Brave. So you know that Brave can't even get away from Brave.
I don't know why people are so mad about it. I think we just decided to find things to be mad
Can
about.
I tell you that as a young man, I would find a bit of offense if my saving grace was a 74-year-old. Like, I don't know if I...
Okay.
You know?
All
Y'all should, like, put some wings on him or something so it could have, like... You know? I think it was too much.
No.
My point is, if you were going to go overkill one shot. I don't know if I like the whole... Philip Davis is watching.
I just don't know if that matters that much to me for me to row and go on social media. And no, I'm just saying how up in arms people were, but I don't know if it matters that much.
I just told you that these Bahamians would find something to gripe about if you offered them the blood of Jesus.
Anyway, we offering y'all something now. It ain't no F&M promises. It ain't the blood of Jesus. It ain't a contract with social media. It ain't $10,000. It ain't, what else was promised? It ain't an acre of land, and it definitely ain't a $28,000 member of parliament salary.
Yes.
But, thanks.
Yeah.
Can you see this?
Yeah.
We are giving away gift certificates for food, groceries, things, you know, people need. Tell them how much it is.
$50.
How much?
50.
What's wrong with your mouth?
I just like to say 50.
We're giving away $50 gift certificates. This is not a promise. We have them here. Now, I'm looking for the lady. There was a lady. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Come back in the comments. I promised her gas a couple weeks ago.
You want to get a woman the gas yet?
Forgot.
Man, Francesca, no.
So, lady who I promised the gas to, I want to give the first one to her because I forgot, honestly.
They are from the Member of Parliament for South Beach. So we got to make sure at least one or two South Beach people.
Yeah, so we're going to open up the phone lines later, too. And then we're going to...
Send us a picture of your voter's card. And
we're going to give one to somebody in South Beach. But to the lady, I want to give her that, too. Because I'm sorry. And this is how I like to say sorry.
Jessica, you know what people will say, you ain't going to see God face like this. You are not going to see God face like this.
I just want to say sorry.
Oh, boy.
And I want to give you something.
We going to our verses?
Yes, we're going to our verses.
Dun, 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 dun. This is a good place to ring the bell. Hear ye, hear ye. The race for Mount Moriah is about to begin. See that now? Everybody rally out.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to start Mount Moriah. We're going to start with the COI's candidate, Linda Stubbs. So we're going to play one of her videos while I try and find her on social media.
Good.
Who is challenging the other leaders of the parties, including one Lincoln Michael Bain, to a debate. Well, listen to me. I will pay money to watch that debate. Trust me. That will be one for the history books, because I assure you, I assure you that that walking Bahamian thesaurus ain't gonna be a walk in the park, Mr. Prime Minister, but we would love to see you keep your word. Keep that word. If you haven't kept any other words in 4.5 years or a little over that, keep that one. And let's make that debate happen. Now, I want to say the Prime Minister also said that he spoke to the fact that the voters need to be able to choose the right persons to represent them. And I want to say to the Prime Minister, none of your candidates for the past 4 years should be included in that. Trust me, they did a horrible job.
So that was, she said, you tell the people, choose who they want to represent them. Well, my brother, cheapest you just mark. No wonder you put your face on all them people thinking, because you might as well just mark all them people off right now as it begins.
Okay, so
You could be okay.
I found Linda's page.
Okay.
It's Linda Christina Stubbs. Now, I think
Linda
she looks familiar. Is that the lady who
That
does
is
the
the Christmas
trees?
tree
The
woman.
Christmas tree decorations.
Mhm.
Okay. So the first thing I will say
So
is
we know
I
she
think
could decorate tree.
yes, I
Okay.
think Linda needs a separate page. I wasn't able to find it. Maybe she does, but I was not able to find it. So her personal page has now become the page that she's also using for her campaign, which I do not think is a good idea, because I had to scroll so far down her page to find something that had to
Enfield
do
did the same thing. It worked for him.
that had to do with politics. The first thing on her page are sermons. I do not see a lot of activity on her page in terms of what she's been doing in the community, what she plans on doing in the community. As a matter of fact, the video that I saw, the one that y'all played, was about her pretty much endorsing or trying to get the current administration along with the FNM to have a debate with Lincoln, which is nice and all, but that ain't telling me what you want to do for the people in Mount Moriah.
Ask ChatGPT about her. Let's play her next clip and we can see what Chatty have to say.
Okay.
All right.
Hello, Mount Moriah. This is your candidate for the COI, Linda Christina Stubbs, aka the Mother of the Gardens. You know, that name has been bestowed upon me, and I embrace it. Why? Because I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother, and I understand what it's like or what it means to love, to nurture, to care, to consider, and to take action when my children needs me. And although many of you can be my mother, grandmother, etc., I embrace you as mine. Why? Because you are in desperate need of love, especially in Yellow Elder Gardens. Yellow Elder Gardens, I have residents who can literally lay in their beds and count the stars. I have residents in Yellow Elder Gardens as well as Stapleton Gardens who don't know what it's like to not have sandbags in their yards every day of the year.
The people could count the star and they have sandbag that they can't take out their yard.
I think Linda needs a young person on her campaign. The videos are way too long. The average person is not going to sit down and listen to the videos, watch those videos for that long. The music in the background is just lulling me to sleep. And she has one of those very soothing auntie voices that kind of just like, okay, baby,
So she ain't auntie,
everything's going to
she's
be
mother.
okay. Mother of the Gardens. I just think
You know which garden?
Yellow Elder Garden.
And Stapleton Garden. And it must be Jasmine Garden too, eh? Oh, Millennium Gardens.
All right, I did find her bios. This is what they say. Linda Christina Stubbs is a Bahamian creative professional, entrepreneur, and community-minded leader with over 30 years experience in design.
Yes.
and event production, which we've seen.
Boy,
I
we
think
know
they
that gal
use
can
her.
decorate up a quick. We know one thing.
Well, you know,
Don't
people.
give it back to the people who to do it that time with the seahorse.
That wasn't her?
You remember they had to get her to save them.
Oh, okay.
Remember that year
It
they
was the
come up-
seashells. They was trying to be creative. That was the pink tree, and they just had all. They was trying to be
Man,
creative.
Listen to me. Thank God for Linda. Linda yucked that thing down.
But that's not the only thing she does. She does our independent celebration,
Yeah.
government offices, major cultural exhibitions. So she's a creative. She's a designer. She has an eye for things like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if politics is it, because I just don't see it. Like, even going down her page, like I said, I just...
What does it look like?
Gospel...
But while, as we go to this break, we talked about the Prime Minister, so I do want to say this, because this is a thing. Pompey Johnson died from Cat Island, man. Bo Hogg Pompey Johnson. He was one of the Prime Minister's constituents, a prominent fixture. I was so hyped when I find that out. Bo Hogg is dead. Can you believe it?
My condolences to Bo Hogg's family.
Boy.
We'll be back right after this.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Once something becomes the common behavior, it is the common behavior. When you operate at that level, personal emotions simply cannot float to the top.
For the average normal person that goes to the store, things like that affect us.
They must be judicious in the execution of their duty.
Well, I think whatever the nurses want, give it to them. Hedges, you know, you used to do everything on your phone now. You see how old he was?
What are we walking back? That Bimini is no longer an island?
That's
Okay,
not
because-
what he was trying
because
to
he also-
say. Carla, I don't even know what Red Basket anymore either. What do y'all people say?
Hey, it's time to lock in your vote.
Your vote is your power.
With the new boundaries in place, you may need to transfer or confirm your voter registration.
And if you have never registered or didn't plan to vote,
don't get left out on one of the most important decisions of your future.
Make sure when election day comes, you're ready to say,
your say, your vote, your choice.
Have you registered to vote? Join us February 18th, 2026 from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at ILTV Studios on University Drive.
So you want a space. But not just any space. You need something with a little more potential. So how about 1,000 square feet of room to play with? Superb audio and video production capability, digital LED wall, full lighting grid, and about 124 seats to accommodate a full studio audience, with so many other features. Make us your home for your next concert, conference, and so much more. Honestly, the possibilities are endless. Here at ILTV Studios, we'd love to bring your next event to life. So what do you say? Do you want our space?
It's time for Quick Draw. Get out your tickets now. We're playing Quick 2, 3, and 4. Good luck!
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation. I'm Levan Miller.
I'm Sani Brown.
With the ADHD, apparently.
With the ADHD.
She cursed me out for having ADHD on the break. I know what you want me to do.
I think Alexis Hepburn, I think I remembered that the last time you had your name spelt wrong. If that is it, you could let me know in the comments. That was the lady who I promised the gas to. I have to give the...
You're going to go on face that.
I am, because I'm sure Alexis forgives me.
Oh, boy.
Instead of getting $20 gas, you get $50 groceries. Alexis, you forgive me, right? So you can come to the station. We'll leave it downstairs.
You better thank God for Barker's Road. That's what you better do.
We'll leave it downstairs. We do have some more we want to give up. We want to give to constituents of South Beach.
Yeah.
So
they could call. When you call, if you are a constituent.
Right.
When you call.
When we open up the phone lines.
When we open up the phone lines.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And please don't drag us long. Hey, I'm from South Beach. No problem. Text your voter's card. We'll take your name and your number. We'll leave it downstairs for you.
Okay. All right. And Alexis, you also be downstairs as
Alexis, boy, you get in by the skin of your teeth.
I gotta make good with my people.
I see that.
All right.
Child Alexis, I didn't think she had you to study before the day.
So I think I honestly didn't remember on stuff.
You tell the people that come to work late, I trying to get my one back.
That's what we doing now. So we were on Linda. Linda.
What I would say is I think she will land well regardless of what the outcome is.
Because she still has the government contracts anyway. According to them. Yeah, you know.
Because some of these fellas, if they don't win, they may not have a job.
No, she already has a job. She seems to be very good at what she does.
That's my point. My point is there are some people, if they lose.
Oh, yeah. You know, it seems like people keep hiring her over and over. We've seen some of her decorations. She seems to be very good at what she does.
Yeah.
I think if this is the same lady, she does like personal door decorations and stuff. Like, she's very good at what she does. So I think she'll bounce back, but I think this for her. It's just...
I know if we could say that.
Oh. Sorry. You have said worse things on this show.
Yeah, but I know if you could say, child, just, Linda, pack this up. Oh, boy.
Linda don't have a piece of information on her Facebook page.
Linda say you all know her as the Christmas tree woman. Instead of calling herself the mother of the garden, she should call herself...
That's what she said. Under all her posts, she says mother of the garden. So
she should change that to Linda, the Christmas tree. Here's why, right? And these things sound funny when you say them, but they're true. Do you know that a lot of the roads in old New Providence or old Nassau, like Tooth Shop Corner and these kinds of things, they are very much linked to either the thing or some activity that used to happen to the... Bahamians are kind of like that. Bahamians is named Corner. Oh, we going to Miss Joy Corner. Just don't name Miss Joy Corner.
But you know what I mean, yes.
And so it is always, you have to always play into the culture. Linda, we know you as the Christmas tree woman. You should just continue to introduce yourself as Linda, the Christmas tree woman, and that's the end of that.
Well, she's mother of the gardens. I wish Linda the best, but... You know, let's move on. So that's COI's candidate, Linda Stubbs.
Yeah.
So now we'll go to Mikhail Barnaby.
Barnaby.
What I call him?
Please say Barnaby.
I called him Barnaby.
You say Barnaby.
Oh, sorry, Mikhail.
Okay.
I didn't like Mikhail when he first came.
Yeah.
I liked him.
What does that mean?
I'm just saying that.
So you just like him a lot less now?
I haven't heard much about him since. I'm not in his area, so I don't know. But I remember all the interviews and stuff that I did up to that. But, you know, when you're not in someone's area.
He's also another one of those people, I think.
Stop that. You're always trying to find something negative.
I watch I don't know what's wrong with me. I actually like watching the Parliament.
I only watch Parliament when I had to.
No, I like to watch the Parliament, right? And believe it or not, like I watch Parliament like a sitcom, right? Because there are some people in Parliament that I actually hate. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Like every time they get up, I say, what this? You know, like how when you used to watch your favorite sitcom, or like on TNT or one of them channels, and you know, and the bad guy in the sitcom comes, and now you upset for no reason, and you don't even know this guy. That's how I feel about some of the people in Parliament. But watching the Parliament is entertaining to me, and I think among people in the Parliament who speak, because some of them don't speak at all.
I know, I'm aware.
Miguel is one of those, whenever he does speak, it's worth listening to. I listen to Barkas because he's my member of Parliament, and I want to know what he planned to say, because he say, I say, and I will make sure when he say it, I actually say it. And then there's the Prime Minister. Chester Cooper is a must-watch in the Parliament. You follow me?
Yes. No. I said yes, but it's a no.
You don't think Chester Cooper is a much what?
Chester
is so entertaining in the Parliament.
To sleep.
No, man, Chester is... What did he call them? The architects of... What does he call them? Oh, man, he has you could get a good cliche or cliffhanger or the Chester every sitting in the Parliament.
I'd be falling asleep. But anyway, we're not on Chester.
Let's go to
you see what I tell you with this ADHD?
I was talking about Mikhail, though. I was just drawing references to Mikhail.
Let's go back to Mikhail. We do what? I think we saw this video. I think we played this with the pool before when we were talking about... Did we?
This guy's a big man?
Is it? Anyway, let's play the pool video.
I'm here to admit that you were my medicine. Oh, I couldn't quit.
They say, Barnaby, you're an MP. That makes you a big man. I say, my definition of a big man is not what you do for yourself, but what you have done for others.
For nothing. Thank you for the...
Hi, my name is Mikhail Barnaby, and of course, I'm the Member of Parliament for Mount Moriah. I just want everyone to know that this has been a labor of love by your MP. I've been working on this for 4 years, and to see it actually come to fruition is a dream come true. This means so much to our community, so much to the elderly, and so much to the young people within our community. This represents opportunity, this represents progress, this represents us.
It's a nice pool.
Straightaway takeaways. Can I tell you what I think are straightaway takeaways?
I's a big man. Because that's the first thing he said.
Yeah,
People say being a big man. I's a big man.
I's a big man. But I guess real people do real things, right?
I love the pool.
I love
the shots.
The fact
I love
that
the whole
it is
thing.
a competition pool, because that makes it a revenue generator for the community. It also makes it a wonderful training ground. See, a lot of people only think about, what about the children? Pools cost about $40,000 a year. I mean, $45,000 a day is about to construct. It costs an additional $14,000 to $15,000 a year to maintain. So you have to consider, how are you going to maintain this pool? So if you build a competition pool, right, there's competition training that you could do. There's also any number of other training, swim camps, swim programs, disaster preparedness training, because the pool can now do all of these things. So I'm very happy that he had the foresight to understand that we ain't just building pools so you could send you insurance.
But they also want to make money.
We want to make sure the pool could do. Yeah, I think that's fantastic.
All right, we have another video. Okay, let me tell you about his page. So his page is very heavily populated. I'm not surprised because he is a sitting MP. I would have expected
he also
it to
has
be.
a social media.
He have young people here. He has posts almost every day, and a lot of it you can tell there are videos. They're short, they're concise, the way that they're supposed to be. Like I said, these long videos ain't nobody watching. Graphics are really good. And his page,
he's
Honorable Mikhail Barnaby, Member of Parliament from Mount Moriah. All of the things you could hit. So when you search one and you can't find it, you can do that. So that is really great. One thing I can say, these people in the comments seem to love him. Everybody's saying the best MP, the best MP, the best MP. So Linda, you look like you have some.
That's a tall little decline.
We have another video of him. Let's play that video.
That's a good feeling. That's a good feeling.
You can't say, boy, the people look like they love, even the children, and they say, children consent.
And Mount Moriah is an interesting community in that it is so expansive in its boundary, right? The one thing I do think he has the benefit of is he has a very synoptic social class, no matter where you are in his constituency. So as a comparison, you have, for instance, a marathon seat where you could have Highbury Park on one end and Union Village on the next end.
Okay.
Completely different social spheres, right? So he has that one luxury in that his campaign style doesn't need to change or morph no matter where he is in his community. I think that provides him a little bit of comfort.
I don't want to cut you off, but I have to because it's 5:40 and we have.
We ain't reached the end yet. Let's go.
And I know you, and I know you like to go, but sometimes I have to, be like.
I was raised in the church of God. You got to start playing the music in the background.
You're long. You will talk through the music.
Oh, boy.
All right, I think we have one more video of him, and then we have to move on to the F&M's
Sure.
candidate before we run out of time.
So don't give that vote to nobody.
My name is Ruth Brave. I live in Millennium Road, Yellow Elder Gardens. And Mikhail Barnaby. Mikhail Barnaby is one of the best MP we have ever had for Yellow Elder from Mount Moriah. And he's doing a marvelous job. The pool, awesome. The area is perfect. He's keeping everything clean. Work-wise, he's helping the people off the street with jobs. So he's doing an awesome job. There's nobody better than Mikhail Barnaby. And he will run again, and there's more than 2 straight. PLP, all the way, all the way.
All right. Well, it seems as though it seems as though people love him.
And he's modern. I think he looks very modern. I like that.
He does. He does. There's nothing negative I could say about his page. He seems to be updating the page not only about the work that he does in the area, but also the work that he does in the house.
So possible front runner so far?
Well, I mean, it was only Linda.
Is she in the race? You can act like she in the race.
Okay.
Okay.
So front runner so far.
Yeah, it's front runner so far.
Okay, and Linda second.
Yeah.
All right, so now we can move on to the F&M candidate for the area, Marvin Dames. And we all know who Marvin Dames is. He's a man that needs no introduction. Does he?
I'm not going now.
Well, he doesn't need any introduction. We all know who Marvin Dames is. We do have some videos from him, so let's play the first video while I pull up his social media page.
Phoenix Avenue, Ingrid area. Yeah, okay. We can do it. And then Saturday, what time you'll be available for Saturday? We're gonna go in the morning. Okay. Yeah.
Games with Dames is pretty catchy.
It is.
No Games with Dames. I like that. His page, his Facebook page, by the way, is F&M Mount Moriah. So they ain't have his name on the page. It
is a massive difference from a lot of the other nonsense we've seen.
Yeah, so it's just F&M Mount Moriah. His banner says, "This businessman works for you." His picture is pretty nice. It's not AI, like how you love to talk with people, but they did a great job with the airbrushing. Why up with this? We don't want him on the screen. Come on, man. Page is heavily populated.
When was the last post?
The last post was March 27th.
Ask ChatGPT about Marvin Dames. Let's see what Chatty says.
I feel like you're trying to be Trap C.
Chatty is AI. Let's go to Marvin next clip while we look for what Chatty has to say.
Listen. If you want air safe and fire, right? Hey, fire, you gotta get burned.
You gotta get burned.
In order to get pure gold, it has to go through fire. All of the ore, the iron, all of the unwanted particles and stuff and unnecessary stuff have to be burnt away in order to get purification.
Oh, God,
Me start, hey, tell them about me start, hey. Hey, they're trying a lake of fire.
Lake of fire.
What's going on? Real. You know what I mean? Hey, you scared? You play there. Then this is not the place for you to do that. No saving no fire.
People, the Tingham was in his zone. We'll be back.
I'm trying to figure out what Lake of Fire he meant. He meant when he got voted out and then he have to come back in?
Sure. What Chatty say?
So Chatty has, they broke it up into different sections. So one is like his bio, and then one is talking about like key controversies and criticisms that happened like during his tenure and things that people complained about. Crime levels, handling of some high-profile cases, comments on public exchanges, and policing and the use of force concerns. Apparently, were some of the things that people were concerned about during his term. They also said that he's a seasoned Bahamian leader, former Minister of National Security, 3 decades of experience in law enforcement. We knew that. Began his career in 1988 with the Royal Bahamas Police Force. We know this man's history. I don't think we have to go back through that again.
I just wanted to know how they identified him. That was it.
Yeah. He does, like I said, his page. It's populated, not as populated as Miguel's. Why do you say Miguel? Because you say Miguel.
Miguel Barnaby, you please don't show up. You please let Miguel Barnaby run in
Thank
Mount
you.
Moriah.
But I like his slogan, no games with Marvin Dames. It is catchy.
You could leave with the Marvin. No games with Dames is sufficient. Can I
not a lot of videos, more. Sure.
I think Marvin has a long walk back from the suspicion of corruption. And just as there is a long walk to freedom, I think that and that's the reason I wanted you to ChatGPT him, because you will see he's had a very decorated life. The thing about the cloud of suspicion, though, is it makes everything suspicious. Have you ever had a car stolen or broken into?
Yes, I've had a car broken into.
And when that happens, doesn't everyone look like a car breaker into what? Just yes or no?
Yes.
And I think that's where people are with Marvin, right? So you can't help but ask yourself things like, well, how come they busting all the drugs now? And no one was busting drugs for 5 years. You can't help but ask yourself, well, how come police go into court now? And the police wasn't going to court for 5 years. You know, you have to ask yourself, you remember Spider Rider and what the next boy did name? And Dog Bite? You remember Spider Rider and Dog Bite?
I'm not engaging in this conversation. No, I don't.
Spider Rider and Dog Bite is the fellas that was killed in the car off Cowpen Road with the use of force by the police. And the evidence suggested that Spider Rider and Dog Bite were miscreants of the society that deserved to be eradicated. Well, that was under a tenure that could have been, or largely was during Mr. Dames' tenure. All I'm saying is, when you look at what is happening, and you look at what has happened, and you look at who was there, and you look at who isn't there now, when you are journeying this journey back from the perception of corruption, I think every single thing you've ever done is now being re-scrutinized.
I get that for the wider public, but I'm not sure if the people in Mount Moriah will be thinking about it in the extent that you are, especially if they feel like he may be doing something for them.
Sure.
Now, I do see people in the comments saying they don't want him, but that doesn't necessarily mean that there aren't people out there who do want him.
I've only done this twice. It was in Baintown, and I want to do it now in Mount Moriah. I think, as far as I can see, from the places that I look, Miguel Barnaby is sitting in a comfortable margin in Mount Moriah.
Okay, well, I think we have one last video, and then time is almost up. We have to open up the phone lines and give away another certificate.
Okay, let's go to the video.
I think it's just like a...
Oh, that's the grill out. This is the grill out.
Well, what happened to...
I don't know why we can't play the audio.
People are walking, collecting t-shirts. They ain't playing. They ain't playing. Yeah. 4:57 and we just warming up. We're just warming up here at Mount Moriah. The cars are just pulling up. People are walking, collecting t-shirts. They ain't playing. They ain't playing.
Now, Marvin, I was listening to what was being said and watching. First of all, I wouldn't have posted that video. The music is way too loud and nobody can understand. You have to really
Get yourself a lapel mic.
Secondly, Marvin say we full and people are walking. That was empty. Maybe it was just the beginning.
47, we running hot. We running hot. Loon cars are everywhere.
It was empty.
I even didn't see Marvin car.
Marvin get dropped off.
I shall we get there.
Marvin got dropped off.
The people that come in, just everybody want one t-shirt. The t-shirt on this table, tall as Scoma Hill. What is he talking about?
I don't know. The people tell me I'm wrong. So I guess I am wrong about Dames. All I'm saying is I just don't want to speak for people in the area because I don't know what he's promised or what he's done in the area before because he was their MP before.
I agree.
So maybe there are people in the area who still remember things that he have done from. That was all I'm saying. I don't know him personally in the area. That's why I just didn't want to speak for people in the area. But if y'all in the area and y'all say y'all don't want him, I believe y'all and I'm sorry.
So what I think, cannot be discounted is, for many years, Marvin Dames was the golden child. He was Marvin Dames. Ooh, Marvin Dames. Ooh. And then you got an opportunity to see him from behind the cloak or the veil that is the Royal Bahamas Police Force. Because what we do know is that it is an institution, it is an organization, it is designed to protect itself. It is particularly designed to protect its leaders, right? And then he comes out in the public life as a politician.
I'm gonna cut you off.
We gotta go to the phone line.
It's 9 minutes.
Man, be giving out things tomorrow
It's
too. That's now you'll have a
minutes.
reason to watch.
9 minutes.
And you ever watch someone have you ever met a very attractive man from a distance and then you WhatsApp him for 2 days?
We don't have time for analogies. We have 8 minutes. We have to go to the phones.
Wow. I think that's where the people are right now.
I'm sorry, y'all. I think we only have time to maybe take 2 calls.
Let's go to the phone line.
Tomorrow we're gonna give away some more
I tell you, let's do it
certificates.
tomorrow.
I tell you, I keep trying to cut him off, but like he don't listen. I don't know what else y'all want me to say. I ain't even been able to read
I was
comments.
stuck in the traffic trying to get past the Mount Moriah Grill. Marvin said the cars are pulling up. The cars are everywhere. They pulling up.
See, they catch bus saying where the people. They carpool.
Lone people. They everywhere. It's a sea of red out there.
They carpool.
Oh,
All right, we have someone on the phone lines. We want to give away another certificate. Thank you. Hi, caller. Welcome to the show.
And I was trying to call because I'm...
Hi.
Huh?
Hi, you're live.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Well, I'm great.
You was trying to call for what? To cuss us out?
Huh?
We here. You ain't got to try to call no more. You're live.
You're live.
Well, I'm calling about my gas voucher. I'm the person...
No, I tell you. Yeah, I tell you, I leave this. It's not a gas voucher.
No,
It's a
grocery voucher.
grocery voucher. I'm going to leave it here and you can pick it up.
No, but the name that you call, that's not my name.
Oh, no, now. This is, I only promised one person.
Child, I ain't getting that.
You asked producer 2 weeks ago. You promised me a gas voucher.
And you ain't never pick it up. It was here. You picked
I
it
never
up.
got it.
You
They
pick-
said that, it was not there.
The people said it wasn't here.
Oh, well, I don't know what y'all do with the gas vouchers. All right, give your name to the producer. We'll figure it out. Your name and your number. All right. What y'all do with the gas voucher? What do you do with the gas voucher?
Me?
Boy, I'm sorry. We gonna have to give. Time is up. I'm so sorry.
When did she come? Did she come? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm only talent.
Anyway, we gonna have to give the rest of these vouchers out tomorrow. We're gonna get how much we gonna give out tomorrow?
We can let the spirit lead us.
Spirit lead us. All right, because I sorry, y'all.
Courtesy by?
Huh?
Who were they courtesy of?
South Beach MB.
Yeah. What's his name?
You know his name. You
say his name.
You say his name.
I want to hear you say it.
Bacchus.
Bacchus Roll. It's the member of Parliament for South Beach, and he sent.
Your favorite member of Parliament, and we want to give some
when
people
my
in
house
South
was
Beach
flooding,
some.
Bacchus pumped the road in the front of my house.
Listen, you had a 4-page essay on Bacchus on Friday when we talked about him, so we all know that you love him.
Listen.
And when the people
no
call and they
other
try to
MP
say something negative about
ever
Bacchus.
pumped my road like that. I watched it. I was almost a goldfish.
Anyway, we're so sorry we couldn't open up the phone lines. They closed the lines already. Let me see if I can at least read some of the comments. Someone say, "Don't let these people lie to you. It's me. I coming for my grocery voucher tomorrow." Alexis, I definitely left your name. You come for yours.
Yeah. And listen, whenever you win stuff off of the show, right? Come for your stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of times, people call to win. I don't know. Y'all must see. I don't know what's happening with y'all. Y'all just like to hear y'all win. And then people like leave the things
just come.
forever and ever and ever.
Sandy, please understand that every Saturday, only Marvin and his campaign workers out there drinking liquid. Well, they parched, so you drink water.
So
Someone
the guys
said,
weren't pulling up?
no, they say nobody's be there.
Oh, boy.
Ain't nobody want Marvin. What people Sandy minded empty. We want Barnaby in Mount Moriah.
No, I think Mikhail is comfortably like the only way Mikhail Barnaby doesn't become the member of Parliament for Mount Moriah is if he has a heart attack. Nothing else could stop him at this point.
Oh, like I lost all the comments.
Or if they take Mount Moriah off the list, then he will be member of Parliament for the area formerly known as Mount Moriah.
Well,
yeah, nothing else could stop him.
Sandy, I can need them vouchers so I can use them for April 1st when the PM say that's tomorrow.
Yeah, I think
30 days have September, April, June, and November.
All the rest have 31 except February.
Okay, so not tomorrow then.
Yeah. I think today is my
Wednesday.
I think today is my TV anniversary, you know.
A year?
Mm-hmm. Buy me things. Wherever you see me today, buy me things. Because today is my anniversary, and that's what you used to for people who have anniversary.
That went left
I lied to
very
you.
fast. Very, very, very fast.
You
But
should
we
buy me
sorry,
something.
man.
You don't want to buy me something?
Huh?
I'm easy. So I'll take 6 pairs. You see, woman? You see, woman? You see, woman? I can't get... Asani, after all the joy and warmth I've brought into your life...
You brought me
to
a Rochi
hold
box,
on to-
and then you got me another box to put blisters in my foot.
Well, great God.
2
from
box.
Calvary
And I
Hill.
must buy you bears for that.
Wow.
You brought yourself a nice box the other day, and not that day. Bring me one of them.
Wow.
Bring me one of them. One of them fireproof box.
I have to go through all of this?
The woman, the people even comment and they say, this
Oh,
man trying to put roach inside the house with this box.
This is something special.
This old, what it was, Cam, of old Versace box.
Oh, boy.
And I must be grateful for old box that he get from
I know
someone.
one thing. When your passport lost again, I wish you go to a justice of the peace.
My
who can't
passport was
spell.
never lost.
I wish you go to a justice of the peace who can't spell. Election time is upon us. Election time is upon us. Go now tonight and register because the bell can ring at any second. You like what I do there? That's the end of the show.
See y'all tomorrow.
We'll see y'all tomorrow.